Okay, so for the past few days, I've been doing a lot of streaming and checking all these different YouTubers out, and even even like big time like name uh, movies like TV series and stuff on like Discovery and History Channel and all that stuff, and I'm running into a lot of the same exact thing, and that is battery power. Battery power. That's and equipment. Like I see a lot of famous like YouTubers, and they're like holding their phone up like this all the time, and they're only filming with a phone and then a flashlight, like a phone and then a flashlight. And they're like, oh yeah, I'm doing a great thing. And then, they're using like little flashlights like this, and they're like, oh yeah, I'm exploring, and it's like, okay, okay, I get it. You're good. Thank you. Basically, like, I don't understand what this, you know, draw is as to what's going on. Like, I've got a few things picked out here for, you know, streaming. Like, as you can see right here, this is the thing that I've got. And as you can see, it says that it's for a T7i and all this other stuff. This device works with the T8i as long as you convert the battery door. The T7i has that little like lock knob where you can pull the door off. If you take an X-Acto knife and you just kind of get in there and you nip off just one of the little knobs, the door still closes and it still opens, and when it's closed, it will not fall off at all. It won't fall out. It won't lose it. But if you open it and you turn it, you can pull it out completely and mount this to it, and that way you have more battery life. You have two batteries instead of one, and you can always use up one, pull it out, swap it for a new one without turning the camera off or losing any video. With this, I have this, and I went through this company, LifePixel. This is the camera that I bought. It is a Canon T8i 18 to 55. This is the one that I have for my paranormal. I bought the other lens so that it reverts it back to a standard camera, but I had the conversion go to full spectrum. It's a $275 charge, and then I paid the rush on it. So if I do the rush, it brings it up. Here you go. Yeah, $1,349. That's what I paid just for the camera. But then I also bought the lens going back to standard vision. That way I could do day shots, good day shots with an actual camera, and I can switch back and forth if I want to, just removing that lens. And because I have the battery pack and this, I can shoot for hours. But here's another thing that people don't understand, and that I see a lot of with the paranormal stuff. They're shooting on DSLR cameras, and they're recording for 20, 30 minutes, and then the camera will turn off. And then they go, oh, that's paranormal, that's paranormal. These cameras have a feature built into the program where it will only record for a specific amount of time before it shuts itself off because of overheating. The DSLR camera is not a camcorder. It only records for about 20 to 30 minutes before it automatically shuts down. Now, if you're filming in a colder environment, the camera will kind of go a little longer, maybe push it to 30 minutes, but there's an internal timer that it has to refresh, and that's when people stop recording and then hit the record again. People don't understand that, and I see a lot of paranormal pages and investigators claiming that their DSLR turning off after 20-30 minutes of recording. They claim that it's paranormal, and it's literally written into the manual of the cameras that you are dealing with this. But as it sits, a DSLR camera from Life Pixel converted is amazing. It's amazing. You can do the infrared conversion. It's roughly the same price. I mean, you're looking the full spectrum and infrared is $275. Those are your things. They do this in an enclosed actual, it's like science lab. See if they have anything. Infrared photography. They do some beautiful work, and these are see, there's the good ones. These are infrared photos. Let's see if I can slip out of the way here. These are shot on infrared with their conversions. People, they tweak the colors, and this is infrared photography. Now, people don't understand that infrared cameras, they do have a purpose other than working at night. Now, these photos are what you can get with a DSLR with an infrared conversion. I mean, it's beautiful work. But if you're going to be doing paranormal work with DSLR, it works great because you have the ability to swap out the lens and do a farther shot. And all you have to do is get an infrared flashlight or spotlight, and you could set up a camera in outside, long hallways that are like 300 feet long or something. Like when you go to those old hospitals and stuff like that, and you have that 150, 300 foot hallway, and your light only goes down 50, 60 feet. Even at the prisons, the state prisons where like they had the Ghost Adventures, that light only went down 3-4 stalls or cells, and then it stopped. New lights and new cameras, you got maybe 50 feet of view. You can put one of these spotlights in that hall, and it'll shoot all the way down to the other end of the hall because they're designed for hunting, and they go for 400 yards. They're ridiculously bright and long, and you have that ability. And people don't understand these things. They don't get it. Now they have all these different credits to them, and who it's like. I mean, look at all these different things here. You've got FedEx, Disney, 3M, CenturyLink, the Navy, Panasonic, T-Mobile, Starbucks. I mean, you got all these companies trust this company to do everything. Now, another thing that really irks me with the battery life and everything is I got done watching an adventure. You know, kid goes out and he's on his own in the woods, and then he goes, I have a flashlight, I have my phone, and I have a camera, and next thing you know, you're looking at his phone and it's like 14%, and he's filming on his phone, and the camera's about to die, and they don't have battery banks, they don't have any power, and it's like this one right here. This is the one that I bought. As you can see by the little blue line up here at the top, that's one that I've already purchased. $70, 50,000 milliamp hours. That is a lot of power. That's a lot of stuff. And it is a lantern as well. I've already shown mine. I've already shown it on a previous video. Something like this, it fits in a backpack, fits in a bag. I mean, hell, if you're wearing cargo pants or one of those, vests, like the photographer's vests, it fits in a pocket of those. I have a photographer's vest, and it fits in it perfectly. I mean, you've got all the power that you need right there. Let's see, where's the other one? Yeah, this one. This is the other one that I bought. This is, I mean, you've got cameras and phones, and look at it, phone, that's your GoPro, and then you have your camera. $50. $50, and you've got enough to stream an extra 3-4 hours, depending on your camera. I mean, 10,000 milliamp hours. You can the little camera that I have, the one that I just bought, 3 hours on 3,000. This is 10,000. That's 10 hours of recording if I need it. And all these people are going out with their phones and stuff, and then they go, well, I don't know. I can hook up my light to this. I can hook up, hell, you can get a USB light, just a little USB light, and plug it into this, and then you have a power stick for your camera and for a light. And it shares all the same features. It's like this one, between this and this, between these two, I've got 3 days, 3 solid days of recording time before all the batteries are drained. And these people are going out and struggling on a 4-hour to 8-hour adventure. And it really does bug me. It bugs me beyond belief that people don't go out prepared for the worst. I do paranormal investigations. I do things that, and I think ahead. Okay, what if there's no power at the place? Okay, I've got battery banks. I've got a mini generator. That's what I got. These are my 2 newest battery banks. The other ones are the phone battery banks, which are 5,000 milliamp hours. I've got 2 of them, but I wanted a boost of power, an actual something that can pack a lot of punch in a small package. I go out there thinking, okay, I need spare batteries, I need spare microphones, I need spare cables, I need spare everything. Everything I have has a backup, and every backup has a backup. USB to USB-C, USB-C to USB, male, female. I've got all the different connectors. I've got plugs, I've got wires, I've got cables, I've got ties, I've got Velcro wraps. I've got everything. Hell, I literally just made this the other day. This is a D-loop on elastic. This will go onto my monopod, and then I can clip a strap to it so that it's with me, and if I have, my hand slips or something, it catches it, and it doesn't fall and hit the ground. I didn't like the grip, how it was metal, so I got foam grips. I already installed one. I'm waiting on the other one today for the other piece, because this rubber grip on here, this piece right here, you can see that this middle piece, yeah, it is rubbery kind of, but it isn't grippy. There isn't a lot of grip to it. It feels like soft plastic. I don't know, like it feels like coated aluminum, but it's rubber, and I don't like that because it doesn't have anything to grip to. So I got new grip piece for that I'm going to slip on there. That way I have a more sturdy grip, something to grab onto. Microphones. This is one that I have. I've had this one for 2 years now. This is my go-to microphone. The red clip did break, so I got replacement. But not only did I get one replacement, I got 5 replacements, because you never know when one will break, and then if one's broke and you have nothing, then there you go. It's just dangling there and it's useless. This is my newest one that I bought December. It works the exact same way, and I found that if I put a splitter onto the 5K camera, it will record from both microphones. It records on both, so that's awesome. But again, the more equipment you have plugged into your phone, the more power it's going to consume. So backup power is necessary. I see people out there with DSLR cameras, and they have these big microphones hooked onto it, and then they have the big lights hooked onto it, and then they all have it plugged into the actual camera, and the camera is powering them. And then they go, well, my battery died, and it's supposed to go for this long. And it's like, duh, you bonehead. If your microphone works off of the same battery that your camera works off of, then you're draining it faster that way. These small microphones have the same power and same pickup as those big, huge, honking ones, but they draw a lot less power. Yes, a lot of the bigger ones have the batteries in them, but you got to return to a charging port every time it dies or gets low. You also have the issue of, if you forget to flip that little switch on there, you could be talking for days and it won't pick up anything because it's turned off. I've run into that with one of my main microphones, my actual shotgun mic. That one, it has an on-off switch, and every now and then I'll flip the gain switch, which is right next to the on switch. I'll hit that instead, and then I'm sitting there talking and because the microphone faces me, I can't see the little red light turn green, and it blinks red green when it's off. It goes to solid green when it's on. So if I flip the gain switch, it'll blink and I'll think, oh, it's on, okay, flip it back, and then I start recording, and there I am talking to nobody. Back to the 5K camera. This camera, absolutely amazing. And it's frustrating to see people not going with it out, like a camera like this, or even like a normal camera. They get these $1,800 Sony camcorders, and then they hook all this stuff up to it, and they got all these cables and everything running everywhere, and then they go, yeah, I'm ghost hunting. It's like, you have that thing running next to your head. You can't hear anything. You can't see anything. You can't do anything except for focus on that giant chunk of shit that's piled on your head. And something small like this on a monopod, selfie stick or whatever, it's small, yet you can see everything on that screen. It is a 3.5-inch screen. 3.5 inches right here. 3.5 inch. But it's big enough to where you can see clearly what's going on in front of you or behind you or whatever, whichever way that camera's flipped. I mean, it's amazing. And, you know, one of these days I'm going to get out and do another, you know, start back into the, you know, my own investigations instead of nitpicking other people's, you know, failures. But I just wanted to do this video because I've watched in the past 2 weeks, I want to say, I've watched maybe 100 videos of people going out there and they're doing paranormal with just a normal camera and a flashlight, or their phone and a flashlight, and then they go, oh my god, my batteries are dying, oh my god, my battery, it turned off all on its own, and then they turn it on and then it shows full battery or half battery. It's like, you've got to understand, you need battery backups for everything. You need that extra. And like, look at this. Ugh. These are battery backups. These, I've got 100 AA, 100 AAA. When I say that I get battery backups, I get battery backups. These are actual batteries. These, I'm not shitting you when I say that these are packs of batteries. They come in bricks like this. Pop it open. Batteries. That's things that people don't understand. I've got an actual battery case that I put a bunch of batteries in, and it's a soft side padded hard sided thing, and I put the batteries in there, and then I go out and I do stuff, and anything that needs a battery, like flashlights and whatever, I have that. I also have a device where I put the batteries in it and I screw it shut, and then it has a USB on it so that I can use those batteries to recharge something. And it's like, I'm so sick of seeing the same faux pas where people go out to investigate with a half-dead phone and a lighter, basically. It's like, this little tiny flashlight right here is 90 lumens. That is bright. It runs off of one AAA battery. It runs off of one AAA battery. It's an Olight. The Olight i3E EOS. One battery. This thing will burn for hours. And if I need any kind of light, I mean, this light will light up and send a spot right around 200 feet. And you're seeing people going out there with flashlights that won't even light up, 50 feet in front of them. And it's ridiculous. Spend a little extra money. Get a good flashlight. Yeah, get 3 good flashlights. 1 in your pocket, 1 in your bag, and 1 on your keys. Because I've got key ring lights, and this one's a key ring light. This is going to be going on one of my vehicle's keys as a backup. I'm going to get maybe 3 more just like it, just for spares. That way I always have a light. It's another thing that pisses me off. You've got people, batteries are dying, lights are dying. They don't have any kind of backup for anything. You've got to be prepared for it. If you're gonna be out there, and you're going to be putting your name out there as a professional investigator or professional urban explorer, at least have the equipment. If I'm going to do urban exploring in, a tunnel system or a small building, if I'm planning maybe 2 hours worth of filming, I'm going to bring at least 6 hours worth of equipment. And 6 hours worth of equipment fits in a sling bag or a messenger bag. That's it. Now, if I'm going to be doing, a 10-hour investigation or an overnight investigation, I'm bringing basically a duffel bag's worth of equipment. I'm going to have multiple battery packs, multiple batteries, multiple charging ports, all kinds of stuff. I've got one of those battery banks that is 500 watt hours. I can charge all the equipment. I just plop it on the ground, put all my charge stuff on there to charge. I can do the walkthroughs, and I can come back. All my stuff is full batteries. Then I can go out and do the investigation. And anytime that I need to, swap out batteries, I can pull something off that has been on the charger the entire time that I've been walking around, and I didn't use up any electricity from the site. So, if you're going to put your name out there as professional, get some other equipment. Stop just working off of your cell phone and a flashlight, or your cell phone and, a small little lavalier mic. It's like, you got a lavalier mic and it's wireless. Okay, your wireless lavalier mic is using up phone battery life. It's killing it faster. All this information falls for the same thing as, those First Amendment auditors that go out and do the First Amendment audits. Stop just walking in with a cell phone and going, look, I'm a professional, I'm professional press. Get yourself a DSLR camera, get yourself a microphone, and look professional. Don't go out there in freaking, booty shorts in a tank top and say that you're with the press. You look like shit. And it's like, just be professional. Have professional equipment. Even this is considered professional equipment because it does the job it's intended to do, but it's in a smaller package. You don't need to have one of those big gigantic cameras weighing you down to be professional. You don't need the same equipment as, the Ghost Adventures people and the Ghost Hunter people. You don't need that same equipment. You can do the same job on a budget. That's it. I mean, hell, I went through a firm, $20 a month. That's easy. That's worth it. So, until next time, have fun and go out and adventure.